Do not adjust your screen. I know it's been a while. Y'all seen me do other shit, but I've had a couple of people, including our boss, Scott, ask when we coming back. This is not an April Fool's joke.
That's my
Matter of
microphone
fact,
off.
the way I'm putting it is April Fool's was yesterday. Because the audio will be coming out tomorrow. So April Fool's, even though it's today, when you hear this on the DSPs, it was yesterday. So this is not an April Fool's joke. Yo, this is Some Dude Pod. JR Bang might be. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download. Wherever you get your favorite podcast, Barber's Chair Network is the home. Make sure you follow us on everything at Some Dude Pod. JR Bang here. Mike B. What's going on?
What's up, Bang?
Hey, man. I'm all good. Except when you talking about that I miss you shit. That's pause.
Is that's
That's pause.
crazy. So
That's pause.
I can't express how I feel, but to
Yeah,
my
I mean,
friend,
no, you said
you're my
me.
yeah, I
You
miss
didn't
you.
say I miss you.
I said I miss you too. That's what I said.
No, no, you didn't.
Bang, when you
N-
said you, I can go
See,
back. I got the text. I got the
now we
thread
gotta
right
go
here.
back.
I just,
I said, let me see.
we can go back, bro.
April
What are you
next
talking
Wednesday.
about?
Oh, okay, you right. You right. You said I miss you too, buddy. Okay,
You
I didn't
said
say
yes. I said
you right.
you was confirming what day you wanted to pod, and I said next Wednesday, which was actually supposed to be last week, and you said yes, like capital yes. You don't say why yes, and I said laughing emoji. I miss you too, buddy. You know what I'm saying? That was just in a sense of where I felt like, yeah, you miss potting with me, so I miss you too. I was
You
saying
right. You
I miss you
won. You
without you
right.
saying it. No, no,
You
no,
right.
Dave.
Look, I do miss doing some dude. All right. This is where I get my joints off.
For sure.
And
I apologize, Bang. I know you. Look, man.
nah,
I haven't been on the pod. You know, I haven't been here on the microphone with Bang in a while. But you know, I'm still on social media. I see everything. You know, and my brother Jr. Bang, he's very active, and you know, he loves to
that's
get his
because of
thoughts
work.
off. Yeah, 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 absolutely. But what
That's
I'm
because of
saying is
work.
that, like, yeah, for sure. But
Like legit paycheck. Like, hey,
yeah, for sure.
if I wasn't getting paid to do this, okay, hold on. Did somebody just leave my? Oh, that's the no. That motherfucker better not have shitted by my shit.
Who, Lando?
No, goddamn. Neighbor
Bird?
just popped out of nowhere. I got my windows open. And the neighbor came a little bit too close. I'm thinking somebody dropped off a package.
Oh,
Like, what the fuck? I bet not be no shit by my shit. But nah, look, Mike, you was being a dad. Like
yeah.
you were
I
being
have
a
a
bowling
yeah.
dad.
It's been a really busy winter.
Yeah.
Really busy winter, and you know, and we before I even took the hiatus from the pod, we were already like on a 3 week hiatus, and Bang
Right.
had texted me and was like, "Yo, we back," and I'm like, I said, I'm probably gonna have to take a little time off, man, because you know what I'm saying, Nakel's schedule, you know, is a little crazy right now, especially with bowling, and then she was finishing up dance at the time. So it was just a lot. So I kind of just told Bang, I was like, look, bro, with bowling, high school bowling is very different from like, you know, the her youth bowling. I'll get into
Yeah.
that in a second. But the high school schedule was a little crazy. So she was like practicing every day. They'll have either meets or matches, you know what I'm saying, of the day. So I was like, I wasn't gonna be available. And I told Bang that. And you know what I'm saying, he was understanding, and you know what I'm saying, I appreciate him. But you know, in the meantime, while I was going, I missed a lot. I know it was a lot of things. You know how bad I wanted to actually get on the microphone and talk about a lot of the shit that happened in the past 3 months. You know what I'm saying? It's been a crazy winter. You know what I'm saying? Leading up
Man,
to right
look.
now. So I've missed a lot, you know, and I've had a lot of thoughts in my mind. And obviously we can't go back to any of that stuff. But nonetheless, though, man, you know, I'm still here. You know, and I'm back rocking. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, me and Bank can, you know, get back on the pod thing on a consistent basis. You know, but yeah, I was being a dad, man. You know, more just yeah, it's a lot though. It's a lot.
Look, man, it was a lot of stuff that was going on around that time anyway. I I think from November to as a couple of weeks ago, that I know you got wind to because Joe had hit you for my info.
Yeah,
Like man, it's probably like 11, 12 people passed away.
yeah,
So I was tired.
yeah.
I was I was tired. Work was kicking my ass and shit. So I totally get it and I totally understand it. But mental health check, where we at?
Bang, man, it's a lot, bro. Like, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of I'm just with so much going on, you know what I'm saying, in my life right now, with my freshman daughter who's just like exceeding all expectations of what I'm saying we wanted for her freshman year in high school. Just like, what I'm saying, with work and what I'm saying, just other life stuff. My old man, he not feeling too well right now. So, what I'm saying, everybody say a prayer for my old man. But it's a lot of stuff though, Brain. But beside, like, I wake up every morning, I put on the happy face, you know what I'm saying, and I just go on about my day and everything like that. But behind that is a lot of anxiety.
Oh,
But we moving though. We moving. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it moving every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just continuing to just, what I'm saying, live and keep doing stuff and, what I'm saying, and having fun and doing everything I can, what I'm saying, to just keep it moving. But it's a lot going on. But other than that, I'm cool though, man. I can't complain, man. I can't complain.
look,
You
I got a
know.
lot of white people mad at me right now, Mike.
Why, man? People like with your
So
job or or
no.
or on the internet.
So on I ain't gonna hold you. Um I talked about how people don't care about the Army Navy game, but only like white people who really love America.
Yeah.
I don't even see a lot of people that I know that went to the Army or went to the Navy really excited about the Army Navy game.
Mm.
Oh man, I totally forgot what kind of world we're living in right now, Mike.
Hmm.
But I'm glad that Scott didn't tag me into the post. This is all on his TikTok, not
Yeah.
on mine.
Okay.
Not on mine. Because all of those proud to be an American people are all over there on
Oh,
his
okay.
page. But nah,
Okay. But
mental
what's
health
up with
check.
you though? What's up with you? Mental health check. How you feeling?
I'm better. Like I'm better. So when Joe hit you, Joe was calling me to let me know that Fred, our former supervisor at Best Buy in North Riverside, was dying.
Okay.
And then his his wife Heather reached out to me too. And it's eerie because I mean, it's been a while since we talked, not because of anything bad. It's just, I moved St. Louis
Yeah.
to Maryland. No, I ain't. You just lose. I don't want to say you lose contact because you got social media and everything, but definitely everybody ain't talking like they used to.
Yeah.
Um, but Heather used to always come up to the store. I used to be scared of Heather. Like I used to mess with her because I was like, yo, I'm scared. The last time Heather had called me in this type of situation is, Fred had got sick. While we was all working together at Best Buy. So when I woke up that morning, I saw Joe call on Facebook and the number. And her
Hmm.
too. I just like fuck. It was
Yeah.
like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna tear the band-aid off. So she told me everything that happened. And we went up there, I wanna say that Wednesday. We went up there, and about an hour after I left, he was gone. So it was weird because I've never really done that.
Hmm.
I know I joked on the show when talked about going to Atlanta and and seeing off my granddaddy who's still alive.
Hmm.
And I'm turning around because NASA's about to launch Artemis 2. So I'm watch this shit. But this was different because like Fred, especially when everybody like went off to college or went off to the Marines and stuff, and I'm working at Best Buy, like Fred became like that big brother, one, and no mentor and all of that. And all of us at Best Buy, especially in appliances, was close for the
Mm-hmm.
most part. And that even goes back to like Melissa and Latrice, who was there when I first got there, and then Francisco got hired, and then Joe got hired, and um, Francisco's ex got hired, and Donise, and all of like the department was close, and a lot of people was jealous of us because how close we were.
Mm-hmm.
So this was different. This hit different because this is somebody that I was close to and really taught me a lot. Um, and then at the funeral, I didn't realize how aligned we were. Like his nickname was my nickname growing up. His middle name is Lee. They called him Lee. And of course, my name is Lee. We're both juniors. He got three boys. I got three boys. So it was just like a lot of at the funeral, like, yo, wait a minute. It's a little bit different
Yeah.
than I thought because I didn't know all of that. Um, but I think Fred caught me at the perfect time. Quick story of how we met. Of course, niggas at Best Buy, but um, I was working in the warehouse at the time, and now I was straight. It was good. I ain't had to deal with no customers. I pick some, go put some stuff in the car,
Yeah.
get some online orders or whatever. Hey, y'all straight. But one of the GM at the time saw me help out a customer. He was like, "Look, Lee, either I'm gonna fire you or you're gonna go work in one of these departments because you don't need to be on the sales. I mean, you don't need to be in the back. You need to be on the sales floor.
Mm-hmm.
So which one you want to go to? You want to go to appliances? You want to go to computers? You want to go to home theater? I ain't really mess with the home theater dudes heavy like that. I ain't really know shit about computers at the time, so I was like, shit, we going over to appliances. It's
Okay.
Fred over there. I bet. And we was cool ever since. In fact, he very well versed in the story of Keith Sweat because I called back. He was one of the people to know that was aware of that because I called him and told him what happened that day. I was at the funeral, well, after the funeral, me, Francisco, Joe, and my cousin Lee, we was all together and we was talking about the story about like how Joe almost got us kicked out of Skybox because he got a little bit too friendly with one of the strippers and
That
everything.
sounds exactly like Joe.
Yes, yes, it sounds exactly like Joe. He got a little bit too
Yeah.
friendly. Even the incident that happened at Best Buy and everything, and like all of that, like we were all close. We would, in some cases, we would come up to the store just to kick it with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So when he passed, and knowing that he's only like 10 years older than me, not gonna front, because I had a conversation with Miriam about this. It just let me know how much time we have on this earth because man, who's to say with some of my health problems? Like who's to say 10 years from now, 5 years from now, I'm not here. No, Landon's birthday today. Happy birthday, Landon.
Happy birthday,
You know what I'm saying? He turned 7.
Lando.
I want to be here as long as I can for them. So that was kind of and it's still difficult to see somebody so young. Go tell your mom or your brother, fam, I'm recording. It's difficult to think that he's not here with his boys and his youngest son just had a birthday. And
Mm-hmm.
Heather just had a birthday. It's hard to fathom that, especially at 53. And his birthday is May 12th. Mine's May 21st.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard to take in that as you get older, you notice that that ain't too old. And knowing that he ain't here. And outside of family, that's probably the closest person that I've known that passed away. Like,
Mm-hmm.
luckily, I ain't have a lot of situations where, like, friends young passed away because of various shits. Outside of family, this is the closest person that I've been around that passed away. So I ain't gonna front. Like, I'm good, but that's difficult. Like that's difficult to realize that somebody that also has such an impact on your life is gone at a young age.
Mhm.
So, man, I just be looking, I just be thinking like I got to figure out I got to do what I can to make sure I'm healthy
For sure.
and stick to it. Like and stick to it too because I want to be here as long as I can for the boys and for the wife. So, I won't call it a wake up call. I would just call it something that's just like sobering.
Yeah.
Like it's sobering
Yeah.
to see somebody that has so much of an impact on you. And not only that, just how aligned your situations were
Yep.
passed away. So,
And then that just kind of like gives you that reminder of, like you said, you have to, just like reminding yourself that you have to continue living for the people that you want to live for. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
yep.
just said you want to make and to do that, you have to take care of yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Just making sure like you're doing everything you need to do and not just casually, you know what I'm saying? Being real consistent with that kind of stuff. So those type of things definitely, you know what I'm saying, kind of like dwell on you and you think like, man, I gotta handle business, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely feel you there.
So, rest in peace to the big homie. Thoughts and prayers still goes out to his three boys, um, Kier, Miles, Tyler, to Heather, to his family, um, and to all of the homies, man. Let's stay up. So, all
For sure.
right, let's go ahead and move on to, um, let's just go ahead and go to the Jaden Ivey issue. Let's go ahead and go to the Jaden Ivey issue. Jaden Ivey, guard, former lottery pick by the Detroit Pistons. Detroit traded him to the Chicago Bulls a couple of weeks ago. He's no longer with the Bulls. He went on Instagram Live and said a number of things. Some had some religious thoughts, some things around the LGBTQ community, and was not received well.
Mhm.
And he's no longer with the team. And there's a lot of people that are upset about it because they feel like his freedom of speech was impeded and all of that stuff and all of that stuff that's going down and everything. There's a video, and I'm glad that Miriam is down here now because there's a video that he did after that. Not the airport video, but the video that I put in the group just for you, Mike. Did you see the video?
I didn't. You want to can we replay it?
Just go to the video. I don't want you to play. I want you to go to the video on the group. Jaden
I
outside.
think I did.
Yeah,
I saw you
that's
post a
for
video.
you, Mike. Because I done made fun of you.
Oh
I
yeah,
made
yeah,
fun of you
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just adding everybody to the group, including the wife, which I
I
always said
was.
don't care.
That's
But
so funny.
I
That is
always got to
so.
make. But she be in the group. When she's on social media, she be in the group lurking. So that's why I did it too. You know, my wife, who won't text me, but
All I
Mike,
was trying to do was get our members up in the
I
group.
feel you.
I didn't know I
No,
was,
I
you
feel
know what I'm
you.
saying? My
But
fault.
what are your thoughts on this Jaden Ivey situation as you see and hear more from Buddy?
It's like, honestly, I feel like I think he went into that. First of all, I know he went into that situation or doing what he did. He knew the consequences. Like, I think there was I don't know. It's hard. He went into that knowing the consequences, and a lot of people who are out there, you know what I'm saying, who are trying to defend him, and like, you know what I'm saying, say that, oh yeah, he's we're tearing down freedom of speech. Like, freedom of speech is gonna always be freedom of speech. You are allowed to go on any platform, wherever you want to go. You want to say exactly what you want to say, you can. But you gotta also remember that there are, depending on who and where you say things, or maybe who you're employed by, there are consequences for things that you say. if they're not taken well or agreed upon by the uppers. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was a situation right there that happened. And I believe that he went into that situation knowing what the consequences were gonna be. I don't know how long like he's been like holding that in and wanting to get that out, but we're not sure. A lot of people are speculating, you know what I'm saying, it's mental health, that he could be going through some things, and that's very, very possible. Very, very possible. We're not here to judge or anything like that, but we would hope that, you know, if he does have some things going on mentally, that, you know, he would get the proper help that he deserves to get. But yeah, man, it's so touchy, bang, when you speak about when people, when these athletes are out here speaking about these things, you know what I'm saying, and they're expressing, you know what I'm saying, showing, you know what I'm saying, letting people know what their religion is and what they believe in. And when you get to discussing, you know, saying the gay community, and you have the platform that big, people gonna take notice. And you know what I'm saying, those type of things could, that's how you get quote unquote canceled or everything like that. And now there's this big debate, you know what I'm saying, about how Christians feel about gay people or what they should believe in when it comes to homosexuality and all that stuff like that. Very touchy situation, bro. Very touchy. So where are you at with it though, Bang?
This ain't got nothing to do with the LGBTQ community.
Community. Mm-hmm.
This doesn't have anything specifically to do with that community.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get cut just for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple things that gotta happen
Mm-hmm.
before this happens. This is probably him getting on Instagram Live and saying all those things is just the final straw. Like one of the things that I heard him say is that God don't listen to sinners' prayers. We all
Mm-hmm.
sinners, Jack.
For sure.
All of us. So he ain't listen to your prayers either. And Jesus says to love everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I saw, it didn't come across as love. It did not have a love attached to it.
Yeah.
So there's that. He said that Catholic is not a real religion. Where does his mom work at? For those who don't know, his mom is Jaden Ivey. Where does she work at? After having a successful WNBA career, she became an assistant coach, and now she's the head coach of Notre Dame University.
That's his mom?
That's his mom.
Wow.
Where's his mom at? Notre Dame is out.
Yeah, they just got put out by UConn.
They're out.
Yeah.
So
wow, I didn't know that. Go ahead.
all I'm thinking, this is nothing. This is not putting anything on his mom. This just tells me, though, it's more to this. I have not seen a statement from his mom. I have not seen or heard a statement from his mom. And that could be for various reasons. Maybe there's a rift between mother and son. Maybe she's trying to do things behind the scenes. But one thing that I know any mother in this situation would do is to protect their baby boy.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And she ain't lashed out. She ain't cussed nobody out. She ain't did none of that. Which I applaud her for. To not put more, not to fan the fire and make it bigger. But it tells me that that alone tells me that there's a lot to this. And he not just out because he said some things about gay people.
Yeah.
It shows me that there's a lot of stuff going on. Even in that video that we joked about, he talked about how his wife was in the Instagram live feed and she won't even text him back.
Yeah, something's going on there, right?
Something going on there.
Yeah.
We ain't heard from his mom, who's also, again, she's a legend. We ain't heard from his mom. We ain't heard nothing from his wife.
Yeah.
Then when you add the fact that the prior videos late last year, he talked about a lot of things that hinder him. He said that he thought about self harm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I'm actually disappointed at anybody on that thinks that this is just that because you're trying to push a narrative.
Yeah.
There's something that is going on with this kid that he needs help with. And it is more than just some Instagram stuff. If you look at some of the stuff that is being reported, asking reporters if they fornicate, like why, oh, bruh, why? They said some of his teammates was uncomfortable about some of the things that he was saying in the locker room. And here's the
Was this just only in Chicago, or it was like do we have reports from Detroit as well?
Joe Cali, who's a columnist for the Sun Times and who's very plugged in to the Bulls, reportedly, allegedly said all of these things. I tend to believe Joe Cowley when it comes to anything Bulls related.
Yeah.
He didn't say they didn't necessarily say what was going on in Detroit,
Okay.
but in Chicago, it was a lot of that stuff going on. And like when you just read everything, it's like, yo, it's a lot of stuff that's going on with this kid that I hopefully he gets the help that he needs. And that's what I think that irritates me more. And we start off this podcast with mental health. We damn near died on this podcast ourselves. Like I had my situations. I know you talked about your family, you even your family situation. You talking about your pops. Like it's a lot of stuff going on in this world,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't look at Jaden Ivey and think he's
And
okay.
just think that, you know what I'm saying, him just hopping on IG and saying all of these things and just think that's just coming from a place of like
Love?
like love. Exactly. That's
Like
the word. That's the exact word. Yes.
like you can look at this kid and see that there's something missing.
Yeah.
And until I see a family member come out and support, uh, that's going to be the case. There's something going on, and all you trying to do is push a narrative that he said something about this alphabet group, so now he's canceled. Bruh, let me also say this, and this might sound bad, but it is the truth. If Jaden Ivey career was going a lot better than it was going,
Mm-hmm.
he would have just been suspended for a game. He would he's on the last year of his rookie deal.
Yeah.
The Bulls ain't gotta pay him. They ain't gotta resign him. They give him a qualifying offer, all that's not, or maybe he's unrestricted. I don't know, but he's a free agent. If it's an unrestricted or restricted, he's a free agent next year. And the Bulls ain't got to sign dude. And that trade could damn near just be cap room. They could renounce his rights, and that could just be simply cap room.
I know I just saw something that said that I saw a report that said they were paying him his salary,
Yeah, they
even when
got
they
to pay
waived
him
him.
his salary.
Yeah, yeah.
They got even they waived him saying conduct detrimental to the team.
Right.
So in some of those cases, you can take some money.
Okay.
Yo, we giving you $10 million, go that way.
Yeah.
It is something to miss. And I'm really disappointed at the fact that people are trying to push narratives
Mm-hmm.
rather than look at this kid and say, yo, somebody put their arm around him. Because there's a lot of stuff going on with him. This man's career has not gone the way that it was supposed to. He broke his leg. He ain't been the same since. He gets traded to another team. He plays a couple of games. He's no longer playing no more. He's saying stuff like, yeah, this ain't going to matter on Judgment Day. That was my first. When he said that, I was like, "Oh, well, I know where this is going." And then he went on Instagram Live and he said those things. Now, when you add all of that up, plus stuff we don't know, by Jaden Ivey, and we don't even know if the Bulls did what they can to try to help him out. And if
I
they
was gonna
didn't do
ask
that,
you that. I was gonna
and if
say,
they didn't do that, that's where the Bulls messed up at. If they didn't try to provide help for the kid, which we
before
don't know
releasing.
before they released him,
Yeah.
if they didn't do that, shame on them. But shame on anybody that's trying to use what he said on Instagram Live and say that was the reason, when we know damn well that it be a multitude of reasons when these things happen. Go look at Ja Morant. We made fun of Ja Morant on this podcast for so damn long. We told
Mm-hmm.
that man he need to go get a girlfriend because he
Mm-hmm.
be around too many hard legs, making so many hard leg ass decisions. He all in the car getting this whole goddamn Katie got bands on, and he suspended a couple of times. No matter how down Ja Morant is right now, that's still Ja Morant. That's why his
Mm-hmm.
ass ain't get cut. That's why his ass ain't get traded, because don't nobody want to trade for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's others that has been in this boat that has said and did some dumb shit and they ain't get cut. Why? Because the talent
Yeah.
and the return on investment. The
Mm-hmm.
return on investment is the reason why Jaden Ivey is not with the Bulls right now.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all got to learn, you get a lot of rope with the talent and the return on investment
Yeah.
of that talent.
Yeah.
So, but it's sad to see that this young man's career could be crushed because of all of these things. But I am wondering, where the family at? Where's the family statement at?
Yeah.
Grab that kid before it gets worse, because you got to take it seriously when anybody says that they thought about self-harm.
Yep.
He did. You got to take it seriously when he talked about abuse, him being abused, him abusing people. You got
Mm-hmm.
to take that seriously.
Yeah.
If we gon' if we gon' yell about the LGBTQ, he said this. You got to look back at some of the other things that he said. There's a lot of stuff going on with Jaden Ivey. So
Mm-hmm.
go help and fix Jaden Ivey. And if his life is not built around the NBA, which he said it's built around God, then all right then,
Yeah.
because this ain't meant for everybody. But if you're not focused on the fact that that kid got a lot of stuff going on mentally, and you more worried about the LGBTQ community is the reason why he got cut, you part of the problem. And that's just me. Ain't nobody got to agree with me. That's just me though. You're part of the problem. Get that man some help.
For sure.
LaRussell, I want to talk about this last week.
Yeah,
And
you
and
go. You probably got this one too. I'm not. I'm not even up on that guy like that. Like I'm up
but
on
that's what
the.
I want. I kind of more because we ain't had a chance to talk.
Yeah.
And it's clearly you ain't up on the music and stuff. But this is the same situation. Well, it ain't the same situation. It's a similar situation to me where people are looking at the reaction and trying to build an outcry for something that should be looked at differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is people protest? Why was people protesting for LaRussell over this heaven sent shit is wild to me.
Okay. Fill me in on this, bang. Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit of backstory on this,
So
real quick.
so LaRussell,
I'm
the
familiar with who
Bay,
he is, like
yeah, Bay
artist
Area
wise,
rapper and all of that stuff.
and I know he
He
signed to Rock Nation. But other than that, I
yeah,
know nothing
he
else.
does a show in his backyard. He started off saying, "My engineer told me not to release this, but I'm gonna do it anyway." And he started rapping about, you know, people I had like rapping and everything, and then starts talking about heaven sent. Started Malcolm, Martin, all of these people I haven't sent. Then he said Donald Trump too, haven't sent.
Okay.
Epstein, haven't sent.
Okay.
Adolf,
Mm-hmm.
haven't sent.
Okay.
And it got people pissed. Then he gets on social media the next day, start calling people stupid and shit for not respecting his art and not
Okay.
understanding what he was trying to say.
Okay.
He went on
Did he
he,
explain what he was trying to say, and did he like give a little context
yeah,
behind
he said
the
everybody
meaning of
haven't
his
sent,
song?
fam.
Just
Everybody
heaven
haven't
sent.
sent.
They
But
haven't
what
sent.
what happens when they down here on Earth? different, but no, we're all heaven sent, Mike.
Okay. When I think of Heaven Sent, like in a good way, I think of Keisha Cole's record. Keisha Cole's song, Heaven Sent. Sent
I thought it
from
was sent from
heaven.
heaven.
Well, same thing. Oh, wait, is it Heaven Sent? Sent from heaven? That's not that same thing, no?
I just okay, my bad. My bad, Mike.
I'm asking. I'm gonna make sure I got. I'm like, this is wordplay. It's just different. Sent from heaven, still heaven sent. No, is that not the same thing? Am I tripping? Am I not? I'm thinking. If you're heaven sent, are you being sent from heaven? Correct. So,
Yeah.
is LaRussell saying that Donald Trump was sent to us from heaven?
He heaven sent.
All right, that's the same thing as Keisha Cole's song. So when I hear Keisha Cole's record, that's what I'm thinking of when I hear, like, in a good way, somebody
So it
that's
was
sent
Adolf
from
Hitler
heaven.
sent from heaven?
Apparently, he's saying he is Adolf Hitler. I wouldn't think so. If you know the history of Adolf Hitler, then I would say no. That's why I probably need to. Is this song available for me to listen to? Like, is this like on streaming?
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it after the pod is over. Go ahead.
Look, my only issue is that the song was look. I said this on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter. But it was text. I will verbalize my thoughts on this and any rapper like LaRussell. What I hate about rappers in general, but more specifically to rappers like LaRussell. And let me say this, I split the term backpackers from just rappers in general.
Okay.
I think everybody who's good at rapping is a rapper, and a backpacker is somebody who's trying to be a rapper and trying to get the look and do all that to look like they're a rapper. Those are the dudes that be on stage rapping big ass words for no reason at all and think that everybody's supposed to like their music because they spitting bars. I hate them.
Okay.
But if you're a rapper, you're a rapper. Like,
are there still artists out there like that?
yes, there is. Mike LaRussell seems to be like that. See, I'm not one of those people that'll be like, yo, Q-Tip, he's a backpack rapper.
Okay.
No, anybody that's conscious, Common, he's a backpack rapper. No, he's a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Backpack rappers to me are people that put on a costume and say some dumbass shit about the sun, moon, and stars, and umbilical cords, and equinoxes.
Okay.
Because that's bars, that's lyrics. Double entendre. I hate them niggas.
Okay.
And that's what this remind me of. Because LaRussell thinking like people was just simply mad because he said that Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler and Epstein are heaven sent. No, we're more mad that the bars was Huff. People say some weird shit in bars and we just overlook it.
So he think people sleeping on him.
He think people not respecting his art, Mike. And that's when he said that shit, Mike. He said that shit. That's when I knew. You know what? I'm a LaRussell fan when it comes to how he built his base and all that. But I'm good. I'm straight. I'm not gonna feel it. I'm just not gonna feel it no more. And the majority of the reason why I'm not gonna feel it is because you got mad because you said people don't like that it's your art. You can do whatever you want with your art. Fam, yes, you can. People ain't gotta like your art though.
Well, I'll quote the man that he's actually signed to. The man who I'll quote Jay-Z in a song called "The Blueprint 2," which was a diss song aimed at Nasir Jones.
Yeah.
Just because you don't understand him, it don't mean that he nice. It just means we don't understand all the bullshit that he writes.
There you go.
Again, I don't know. I'm not familiar with his music, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I don't think you would like it.
So
I don't think you would get jiggy to LaRussell.
But this kind of sounds like in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Though
people gotta understand. Even with you ain't gotta you don't like this podcast? I bet. You don't JR, you don't be listening to female rap like that? Nope, I bet. We got a shirt for that, Mike. What the shirt say?
What you listen to don't make me bop.
I ain't Jay-Z, but I'll quote that all day long.
For sure.
That's what irritates me about the LaRussell situation and how he disappeared off of social media. Fam, we ain't gotta like your art. Art is subjective. It is to be critiqued. Now, if you mad at people for not liking your art, that's lame. And you over there. If you mad at people for misinterpreting your art, you're over there. Because art is going to be misinterpreted if the artist don't set up why this is this in the first place. That's like me painting some circles on the wall with some arrows, some dots, some triangles, and I just rub my nose in the wall
Yeah.
and put it on canvas and then went to an art gallery and said, hey, put this on your wall.
Yep.
And the person who runs the art gallery says, why this? What is this? This is my art. Okay. What is your art? Like, what is this? This is my art. Okay. What about it? This is my art. It don't need to be critiqued. I don't have to change what I do. Well, I ain't got to listen to this shit.
Yeah.
I ain't got to put it on my wall. I ain't got to put it over here, over there. I ain't got to get jiggy with it. And you know, if that artist get mad because I don't do that, then that's your fault. LaRussell can rap about what he wants to rap about, but we ain't got to like it. And if more artists knew and understand that we ain't got to like your shit, then the world of music will be a better place. Because you will create music for the people that you want to rock with. And if all those people in Vallejo, California wants to get hyphy to LaRussell, that's great.
Yep.
But we ain't got to listen to that shit. And if we don't like that song, but we like this song, that's cool. And you ain't gotta protest for that.
Yeah.
But listen, I would love for next episode you come back and be like, this the dude?
I would do some homework. I'm gonna listen to his last project.
Somebody on Twitter said that he makes West Coast kids bop music. And I have not stopped laughing ever since.
Jay-Z signed this man? Jay signed him?
Look, his movement is incredible though.
Okay.
What I won't shit on is LaRussell's movement.
Okay.
That man, through the use of social media and other platforms, has gotten him to this point.
Okay.
This also the same dude that said that he grew up listening to Lil Wayne, and the reason why he started rapping is because of Lil Wayne. But he listens to Lil Wayne now and be like, man, what the fuck was he rapping about?
I seen that. Did he say something about Lil Wayne don't make or did he say Lil Wayne doesn't make what was the debate that Wayne don't make like album cuts or like what is it?
Like conscious music, like what he's talking about. There's no
Yeah. I'm gonna do a playlist. I'm gonna make a playlist for people who shitting on Lil Wayne's album cuts.
Look, I've
but
already
not
told
for
you.
Not I'm just saying in general. I'm gonna make a playlist and I'm gonna share that because that's I think Wayne's conscious music, quote unquote conscious music. I'm trying to figure out a different word, but like B-side cuts on album cuts. You know what I'm saying? Deeper cuts. Wayne has some. So
yes, I will stand on it.
Yeah, that's another discussion.
But I stand on it. People be lying about liking Lil Wayne before Carter won. I'll stand on that. People lie.
Yeah, for sure.
People lie. I was there. I was there when Lil Wayne was the third member of the Hot Boys. I was there when everybody was loving on Juvenile and BG. And Lil Wayne was the third dude. I was there. Y'all lying. That's why I Miss My Dogs. He say, my main mother, Mad Turk. Because that was his boy. That was his homie. We was close to age. We was rapping together. We was in this together. Then I got big and Turk didn't. He was there. I was there. Y'all ain't like Wayne like that before Carter won.
Yeah.
It was a few of us that was like, yo, he's the coldest in the Hot Boys. It was a few of us that was around really for the Block is Hot days. It was a few of us
Mm-hmm.
that was like, oh, he doing a song with TQ on 500 Degrees. It was a few of us. Then he
Yeah.
did the Squad Up mixtapes. Y'all was like, oh, he rapping over other people's beats. He
Yeah.
cold now. See, Lil Wayne didn't get cold to a lot of people that's out here that's doing that. He was the best rapper live shit. Lil Wayne wasn't cold until he stopped rapping over Manny Fresh beats. Mike, what did you
Speak.
call Manny Fresh?
I said Manny Fresh was an overrated producer. That's what I said. I said that.
Mike, I
Hey.
stand on it. And even going deeper with that, because I didn't say that the last time we had
Yeah.
this conversation. A lot of people didn't like Lil Wayne until he stopped rapping over Manny Fresh beats. He started rapping over industry beats
Yeah.
outside of New Orleans. Y'all was like, that Lil Wayne cold. We was there before that.
Yeah, there's only a handful of. It was only a handful of people there for wobbly Lil Wayne. Okay,
Right? Yeah,
a lot of people wasn't there for that. Y'all wasn't there for that.
A lot of people wasn't there for that, especially
Yeah.
y'all kids, because a lot of y'all kids think Carter One is the debut.
Mm.
Y'all, we put on that Block is Hot. Y'all be like, yo, what's this? Thought you
Mm-hmm.
was a Lil Wayne fan, but I don't know this. This Block is Hot. This is his first album. Oh, I don't remember this because you wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
You were liars. LaRussell is probably a Carter One Up fan. He wasn't there for the other shit.
Okay, that makes sense. That's starting to make a lot of sense now. I'm gonna check his music out and I'm gonna see what he talking about, man. Yeah.
But what's funny is, as we always talk about music and stuff on this joint, the interview rollout came back a little bit. J. Cole on Everybody Podcast now.
Of course.
Like this is the most interviews I've seen J. Cole do in total.
For sure.
In almost 10 years.
But I like it though. I like how he's actually doing it the opposite way. He's not doing the interviews before the album dropped to promote the album. You know what I'm saying? He's on his little, he album dropped. All right, let me go out here and touch the people. You know what I'm saying? Let me go out here. Let me drive out here to Arizona. Let me drive to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And go out here and and let me hear from the people and how they feel about the album. Let me listen to the album. He's having album listening sessions in his car with I'll pick you up
in a black Civic.
DM me your address and I'm gonna come pick you up from where you at. You can come ride in the car and we're gonna listen to the album.
Yeah,
and then the car breaks down. The car breaks down.
And then
he takes it to the shop to get it fixed. And he shoots a music video at the shop. At the shop that he's getting the you know what I'm saying? I love it. I'm not mad at the rollout.
See, Donnie just said a great point. He just said a great point. And this is why, and I was actually going to go in this direction. People wanted to know why Cole did what he did. He explained himself and why everybody mad. Because it wasn't what people wanted to hear. Look, man, I'm not the biggest J. Cole fan. I enjoy his music. But I'm not the fan like I know other people are. But I've always respected J. Cole. Look, J. Cole dropped the album and went to hoop. I respect that. I ain't doing all that extra shit. Like, I'm about to go hoop. You just dropped the album, I bet. Rock. Ball up. Like, I respect the hell out of J. Cole for some of the things that he did. I respect him even more by doing this whole little rollout, going to the fans. He was outside my former workplace in Silver Spring, Maryland, fam. I was like, damn, if I would have been there, I was jealous a little bit. But it don't come off unauthentic to me. Like some people would say that it was unauthentic, it was fake. It didn't come off as that. It just comes off different than what people not used to.
But people you gotta really understand though, J. Cole always been this way, man. Like he's done concerts where people only had to pay $1 to get into a concert. Like this is not nothing new, right? People think J. Cole out here being the nice guy, copping please because he backed out of a rap battle. Like if you know J. Cole always has been this humble. He's always been a man of the people, a man of the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's never shied away from this type of activity that he does. So go ahead.
So then when you take it to the interview rollout, I love it. This is a real true rollout when it comes to interviews.
Yeah.
Nadeska, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. There was a couple of other podcasts that he
Cameron,
did.
Cameron's joint.
I love the Cameron shit.
Yeah.
I loved how they did that. He ain't touched the radio.
Ask you a question, man. Let me
What?
ask you a question since
Go
you know
ahead.
what I'm saying, you're still in the radio. Like, do you think that even it's
Yes.
honestly, I feel like what they
Yes, it
should
matters.
still do radios or like
Yes.
it matters, like they need to still kind of like touch the radio station.
Yes, I wouldn't do every radio station. Like I wouldn't do everybody, but yes, I would have did Breakfast Club, Morning Hustle,
Right.
Sway. I would have did that.
And not to say he probably still won't do Breakfast Club. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe Breakfast
It don't
Club.
feel like the run is over. It don't feel like the run is over. But
Okay.
I love that J. Cole is doing these interviews and he's answering those questions,
The hard
that
questions.
people wanted to hear about Cole and Drake. Now, mind you, those questions at this point now irritate me.
Yeah,
They
because
asked
everybody's
Jay-Z about it. They asked Cole. Every rapper get asked, what'd you think about Kendrick Lamar and Drake? I think that is a very lazy question to everybody not named J. Cole. Because he is smack dab in the middle of it. He might not give you the answer you want, but he's giving you his answer. And for that, I applaud him. And I love the rollout. Shouts out to Domity Pongo, our homie, friend of the program. He did a video and he said the what he feels is missing from the interview rollout is one person do an interview and then the next person finishes off where that other person finished that. Then or started where that other person finished. And then that next interview, the person starts with that person because you already got that information. I don't need to ask you about all of those things, but I can ask you about it in a different way.
Yeah.
And I can ask you some other stuff. That's what's missing. And that's kind of what's happening with this Kendrick Lamar Drake stuff. Because the interviews don't necessarily sound the same. They don't sound like run-ons and stuff.
Yeah.
It don't feel like run-ons. But I applaud J. Cole for doing that because that's something that he ain't did in 10 years. And what I feel like that artists really misunderstand is that the people want to know about you. And people don't know about you when you drop an album and you just go hoop. They learn more about you, which means that when I listen to this album, I'm probably going to feel it and understand it. On the flip side, I am so glad that we're not no debate show. We just talk.
For sure.
We converse. We give our thoughts. We debate about some stuff like female rap and all of that, but we're not Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. Because my problem with and Cole said this, and I agree, is that people don't listen to the music to enjoy the music. They listen to the music to critique. They listen to the music just so they can have something to say. Fam, just go listen to the music and like it and don't. That's why I did that video about people getting on my nerves about, is this album a classic? Is this? Was that? This shit just been out for a year. How the fuck can it be a classic? This shit just got released, fam. It ain't even got no dust on that joint yet. I raised the example of the 96 Impala. We wasn't calling the 96 Impala classic in 1996. We just said that was a cold ass car. Now, in 2006, you like, shit, 30 years ago?
For sure.
Just like folks with the 67 Chevy. 97 come, you see a nigga with a 67 Camaro, you like, oh my God, I wanted that car when I was growing up. Oh man, I know dude was getting hella hoes driving around and that. Like, that's years make shit classics.
Yeah.
Now I don't think we gonna listen to this J. Cole album in 10 years and be like, yo, this is a classic body of work. Culturally relevant, boom, boom, boom. But you never know. But what I do know is that I love J. Cole touching the people pause. I love J. Cole really getting out in front of some things, and I love the interviews that J. Cole is giving. And if y'all don't like what that man says, so what?
Yeah.
I love this, and I want to see it more. I hope to see when Drake finally drops an album. I would love to see Drake go out on an interview run. When
I would love to
Kendrick
see it
does
too,
it
but I
again,
don't see
I
it
will love it.
for sure.
Jay-Z, I want to see Jay-Z do 3, 4 more interviews.
For sure.
I love this. The
Hmm.
journalist, the content viewer, the magazine reader in
For sure.
me love the Jay-Z interview. I love seeing J. Cole out there. I love seeing Young Mommy with Charlemagne. I
Yeah.
love this shit.
And then
I
we loved
love
when
that type.
Clips did it. You know what I'm saying?
I
When
love
they
when they did it.
I feel like Clips maybe kind of like bringing it back. They kind of
Yeah.
started to like you know kind of like restoring that feeling of like actual rollouts. And it's so many people out here, man, that have platforms, especially a lot of people that's within the hip hop community, MCs and rappers that's out here, you know what I'm saying, that have solid podcasts and content that, you know what I'm saying, these guys are comfortable with going out there and actually sitting there and interviewing with their peers. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like you said, as long as the questions aren't repetitive and everything like that, you know, I would definitely love to see more of it as well. Like, you know, keep the rollouts coming. Keep them coming, guys. Anybody like, you know, it's out here that, you know, keep them coming. We love
Yeah.
interviews. We love
Bring
it.
it back. Bring it back. We need more better interview rollouts.
Yeah.
We need it. We need better, more content rollouts. We don't need no fluff questions.
Yeah.
I think anybody been stupid to ask Jay-Z about Epstein. Why your name on the list? Like I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But I love this. And it makes it feel more authentic, even
For
if it
sure.
might not be. It makes it feel more authentic. Now, afterwards, if people want to critique the interview and they want to critique the questions and they want to critique the answers, they want to look and be like, oh man, what the hell is Buddy ass talking about? He talking about a whole bunch of nothing. Then that's cool too.
Hmm.
But man, I missed reading the Source magazine and the
Hmm.
Double XL magazine and then the GQ magazine and the Vibe magazine. I miss seeing somebody pop up on Rap City and talk about this. I miss the conversation, not the podcast conversation where they're going to ask you the same 5, 6 questions.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the rapper conversation, even
Mm.
though I think from a rapper perspective, it's good to have those now too. Like I miss grabbing publications and reading and looking at each of the interviews and then going to YouTube and I miss that shit. And when the Clips did it, Jay-Z did it, now J. Cole is doing it, it restores the feeling
For sure.
of hip hop journalism. And not journalists being thirsty to try to go get an interview and stuff and being mad because a rapper didn't come to them.
Yeah.
Because if Memphis Bleak or Nori or Fat Joe and Jada or Joe Budden are then get on their podcast and be like, Jay Z didn't come, then I'm y'all whack.
Yeah.
But I would love all of that. I would love those rollouts. I just missed the interview rollout, and for me, whether I'm in radio or not, I believe that the interview rollout is just as important as the the album being released because now you get to tell a story about why this art was created. So
For
I
sure.
hope Jay-Z does a couple more. I hope J. Cole continues until he can't no more.
Yeah.
And when Drake drops Iceman, I want to see him go to different people, just not on no fluff shit. And you pick all of the questions. I want to get what Drake feels about this whole Kendrick situation, this UMG situation, fans turning on him. I want to get his thoughts on all of that and his words. And that's probably going to make me like Iceman more because now I know the story
For sure.
about what he created.
For sure.
I hope Drake does that. I hope he learns from what he's seeing here and actually do that.
For sure.
A couple of joints before we get out of here. Let's go to the Jay-Z. Did you watch the Jay-Z interview?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
What was your favorite? Like, Jay-Z talked about a lot of stuff. He said that this is a year of offense. Like 2026 is all offense. What do you feel like he means with all offense?
I think it starts with the 3-day weekend concert, you know what I'm saying? The concert series that he's having at Yankee Stadium. I think it starts with that. I think this is offense is pretty much like, hey, here's the interview. People want to hear me speak. This is this right here. And then now we're gonna go out here, we're gonna perform for the people. We're gonna celebrate, you know what I'm saying? Celebrate the year that I came into the game. And we're also gonna celebrate, another classic album that came out, you know what I'm saying? That's that. And it could lead into possibly an album. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I've been out here, petitioning for a whole album only because that I see what, you know what I'm saying, his counterpart Nas is out here doing. And, you know what I'm saying, Nas is out here 50 plus, you know what I'm saying, putting out albums. Just put out an album with DJ Premier. Everybody was begging for that and knew that was going to eventually come. I just feel like if somebody like that could be still, if Nas is out here still rapping, that gotta be motivation to Hove. Like, man, this is the guy I battled with. And he's out here pushing out music. I know I can still push out music. Everybody like Hove is high demand. So he knows that too. So I think when he says offense, I think this is pretty much like it could be leading into an album. I would hope.
Do you want to hear another whole
Absolutely.
album? That
Absolutely. I
that
do. The reason, yes, to
Go
answer
ahead.
your question, yes, I want to hear another Hove album, not because I just want to hear him rap. I honestly feel like he has enough to talk about, like based off if you watching the interview and him, you know what I'm saying, having to explain himself about why he was being, with the whole Diddy situation and them two being sued and how everybody is so quick to you know what I'm saying, like everybody like turning their backs on Hove too, or people have so many different things to say about him and just Xing him out and trying to put him into a box of like with these bad people or trying to turn him into a bad person. You got the slander from Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Like continuously out here making a mockery of him and putting his name in certain stories and scenarios and shit like that, bro. Like there's enough stuff for Hove to talk about and get to in an album, a 12, 13 song record that can, you know what I'm saying, really just answer a lot of questions that he might not have gotten to in the interview. You know what I'm saying? I think there's enough there to talk about with a Hove album. And that's the reason why I would want a Hove album, because I would want him to address all of the stuff that he claims that in 2025, 2024, he was playing defense on. So the offense is out here look, let me address it. So in that sense, yes, that's
Why
the
you
reason why
think
I would
people don't
kind of,
want it? Why do you think people say I don't want to hear an album from Hove?
people say that because they feel satisfied with everything that he's done musically. Like
Satisfaction.
it is satisfaction. It's got to be satisfaction, and I'm satisfied too. If I never hear another Jay-Z album, I'm okay with it. But I'm never gonna not want to hear. I do personally want to hear another one. But if he was to not put out another album, I would be satisfied. Like I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be cool with a couple guest verses here and there, but I would definitely love to hear a Hove album, and not because he owes us one, because he doesn't. He doesn't owe us anything. Jay-Z could have left that Black album like he claimed he wanted to do, and that would have been cool. Hey, but you know what I'm saying? We were able to get more material out of him because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, he's an MC. And you know what I'm saying? That urge, that itch to get in the booth is always going to be there for somebody like him because he's just too good at it. And there's so much to talk about still, I think, from 444 up until now that he can address. You know what I'm saying? He had twins. You know what I'm saying? He's more kids. You know what I'm saying? Since 444. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's. It's just, hey, the man out here getting criticized because of who he's putting on the Super Bowl stage. Look, so many people and things that he can address. All the hate that has come his way. Look, another whole album, I'll be cool with that. But if he doesn't happen, it don't happen. What do you think he means when he says he's coming out playing offense?
I don't want to say album, but I do want to say content.
Content, absolutely.
I'll just use his content. I feel like between the Yankee Stadium joint, the Roots joint, Jay-Z is doing what other artists at this stage of their careers, at the age they're at, do. Jay-Z, this might sound bad. This might sound bad what I'm about to say, but I don't mean this in any disrespect when it comes to my favorite rapper of all time. Or second favorite. Benny Siegel's my first. I think Jay-Z's on this Aerie Crown Theater shit.
We talked about that.
I think Jay-Z is on that. I don't think Jay-Z is releasing another album. I think Jay-Z is on this Aerie Crown shit. Yo, I'm gonna perform my old shit. I'm gonna perform the classics. It's 30 years of Reasonable Doubt. It's what 25 years of the Blueprint. It would not low key put this out there, and I 100% co-sign, and I hope. I think we might mess around and hear Jay-Z rap the shit y'all didn't think he was gonna rap. Like, it wouldn't shock me or surprise me is if you hear Jay-Z do something around Volume 1.
I think
I saw Volume 2.
I saw a theory, conspiracy theories, or say
just it would shock me.
Maybe a prediction that I think with the Reasonable Doubt show and then the Blueprint shows, it'll be like, obviously if you can't just perform just Reasonable Doubt, because if you go to any type of concert, you're gonna expect at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours of performances. Obviously, he could do Reasonable Doubt and get that done. If you perform every record off Reasonable Doubt, you're gonna do that in an hour, 15, 20 minutes tops. So I think what I saw, and I this could possibly happen, that Hove could mix in Reasonable Doubt and then put in everything from the 90s. So you got Volume 1 songs in the midst of all of that, Volume 2 songs in the midst of all of that, and Volume 3, which came out in 99. And then for the Blueprint show, we'll get, Dynasty, we'll get Blueprint, we'll get Blueprint 2, and we'll get like Black Album for those days. And then maybe the night 3 be like everything after Black Album. So it could possibly be, obviously we're not going to just get a celebration of those albums, but I think he will mix in, the other albums and songs that we haven't actually really heard him perform before or much from those albums.
It would not shock me or surprise me that Offense is simply Jay-Z on his Aerie Crown Theater shit.
Absolutely.
And performing the classics and getting requests from people, not necessarily at concerts and like, yo, perform this song. I mean, like, as the demand grow, there might be another B-sides concert.
Yep.
It might be a concert performing joints that you ain't never really heard him perform in concert. It might be all of those things. But that's what I think that is. And it would not shock me or surprise me if there's a documentary that's going to be attached to this. And it might be a Reasonable Doubt documentary, and it might be a Blueprint documentary, or it just might be a Jay-Z documentary documenting his career.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's the offense. I don't think the offense
It got to be an album. Absolutely.
It's got to be an album. I think it's going to be a lot of content and a lot of Aerie Crown Theater. We performing the classics out here joint, which leads me to this. Hey, people my age, Mike's age, bruh, y'all got to understand, we're that age. We're the Aerie Crown Theater age.
It is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy to me, Bang, because when I really look at this too, because I could say this, I'm a Jay-Z's my number one rapper, my favorite rapper of all time, him and Marshall Mathers. But like when Reasonable Doubt came out, I was 10 years old. I didn't know about Reasonable Doubt at that time. I didn't know about Volume 1. My first Jay-Z experience was Volume 2. The first hip hop album I ever owned was Volume 2. I didn't go back and listen to Reasonable Doubt. I could say I didn't visit Reasonable Doubt until the Blueprint 2 came out, I think.
See,
But
let me shut up.
that's not it, and I don't feel like that makes me less of a fan. But
No. It does not make you less of a fan. What I'm saying is, there's people that I said this before, and I think I said it on here. There's a lot of people that didn't get with Jay-Z until Volume 2.
For sure.
And they re-released Reasonable Doubt, and they re-released Volume 1. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to East, and I remember going up in there, and somebody was like, "Yo, Lee, you heard that new Jay-Z?" And I was like, "What new Jay-Z?" They was like, "Reasonable Doubt." I was like, "That's old. That came out in 1996, Jack." Like, that did? Yeah, that came out in 1996. That came out our freshman year. What you talking about? So what, man? This is Volume 1 old too? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I definitely
those
wasn't.
first two albums, Jack.
When they came, it might have been the re-release. It could have been my first discovery of it, but it wasn't like I thought that like Volume 2 was his first album. That was just my first experience of Jay-Z. But to the point I was making though is that it's crazy to think that in 2001, when the Blueprint came out, that was 25 years ago. Like, that's when you mention our age. I feel like that is crazy to me. And I remember buying the bootleg of Blueprint from one of the liquor stores on 9th and Madison. Not 9th and, yeah, 9th and Madison. It was like a grocery store, liquor store right there. And I bought the bootleg and I was listening to that shit. And just now he's here finna celebrate 25 years of that shit. That's just crazy to me. So, and it's just like amazing. And I'm happy that I was able to experience the actual, like, you know what I'm saying, time of when the Blueprint came out. And now I get to go to the show and watch him perform that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a very never forgettable experience right there. So
Yeah, so
hopefully,
now
but to what your, and also hopefully, like you said, like hopefully we get like documentaries. Hopefully we get like documentaries with like people and people being like the producers, like, you know what I'm saying, from Reasonable Doubt, and like, you know what I'm saying, just taking us into the studio and letting us know like how it was getting, you know what I'm saying, recording that album or these albums and everything like that. Like, I would love to get like maybe behind the scenes videos or pictures or anything like that we can get with a documentary or any type of content that's, you know what I'm saying, presented around those two albums. So definitely, hopefully a lot of that will be like in play when it comes to like the offense. And also too, I mean, isn't the rumor still out that, you know, Barclays is still available and he may be like doing something there, like performance wise? You know what I'm saying? I know they was
that
talking
was the
about like
word.
that was the word. So we'll see. That might still be in play. So
Yeah, that was the word. I think all of that could be at play, but again, if we get an album, I'll be cool.
for
Like,
sure.
and I also believe that Jay Z is at the age of the career and where it's like, all right, man, y'all ain't gotta like it, and y'all ain't gotta like it, y'all can, but all of this is for me anyway. Like, all of this is for me anyway. So,
For sure.
like, yo, I'm not worried about trying to be the best rapper of all time. And I know we joked on this podcast, but I ain't worried about trying to be the best 50-year-old rapper of all time.
For sure.
If I rap, I'm just doing it for me, and it is what it is on that. Before we get out of here, well, two things before we get out of here. Did you listen to the Jack Harlow album though?
I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. I didn't get
You
I
want
didn't
it
I
in
don't think I
rap?
get through. Look,
You want
man.
it in rap? Because we
I
know how
do,
you feel
bro.
about R&B, really.
No, that's not true.
And
That's
and
not
if you
true.
add a white dude trying to be an R&B
That's
artist, trying
yeah.
to be a neo soul artist,
That's a problem for me. And that's a problem for me, okay? I'm not, I can't look, I like Jack Harlow, we were potting about Jack Harlow at the time when his first album came out, and there was controversy around his album cover. And we were talking about that. Like people
You
were in
remember I had dinner with him and I didn't even know he was sitting next to me. I just thought he was a random white dude.
So we
Shouts
were
out to my boy Jester. He was like, "You don't realize you was sitting next to Jack Harlow that day?" Like, Jack who? Oh, that's him. Oh shit.
what was the app that was popular at the time? That it was like real. It was the one
Clubhouse. Oh my god.
Clubhouse. Clubhouse. Yes,
Ah,
they had a whole Clubhouse chat group, and they were like upset about his album cover.
DJ L. Shouts out to DJ motherfucking L, fam.
So look, I like Jack
My
Harlow.
homie.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Jack Harlow. I love his first album. Love his first album. His first album is really good. I think that's his best work. But he's put out good records after that as well, like #1 records, records that have reached #1 on the charts. Like he's been a radio sensation and all that stuff like that. He's put out good records after that. But I listened to this album and it's just I wasn't feeling it. G, like I get what he's trying to do, and I understand, and I respect it. I respect the effort, but it's just not what I want to hear, and it has nothing to do with my love for R&B. I love R&B, man. I love R&B like you do, but I do. But that's just I don't want to hear this white boy
You don't
trying
want to hear him
to.
crooning.
Yeah, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. It's a no from me. I didn't even finish it. I didn't even finish the whole album. I could.
Damn.
I
wasn't mad at it. I low key wasn't mad at it. I just know when I put it on and he started crooning, I was like, did I pick the wrong album? But I think the rollout made it worse when he was like, yo, feel like I'm blacker. Like, come on, Jack. Like that.
Yeah, see?
That the roll look.
See?
One thing that I hope everybody get out of this episode is the rollout is so important.
For sure.
The rollout can make people want to go listen to your project. It could get people excited about your project. It could get people excited about you. And it could also make people hate you.
There was no rollout for this. There was no rollout for this either.
For what?
No, I'm saying, well, there's a rollout afterwards, but like prior to the album dropping, he just dropped the album cover saying
he
Monica.
Dropped some content.
Yeah,
and he did an interview with the New York Times, and then said he feel like he getting blacker.
Yeah,
and
he ain't done no interview since.
He ain't did no interview since. Like, you know what? Fuck it. All right, we just gonna let this album die.
Look, man, like, get back. Look, Jack. Look, I like you. I'm a fan. Get back in the booth and rap. All right. That's what I want. That's what I got as far as Jack Harlow is concerned.
You know Brandy?
Huh?
You know who Brandy is?
Do Jack Harlow know who Brandy is?
He know who. Remember he had that issue not knowing who Brandy was on Hot 97.
Oh yeah,
his rollout. Look,
yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know when Jack Harlow had a good rollout. I just don't know when Jack Harlow had a pretty successful normal rollout.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, see. That Jack, I don't know when he had just a normal rollout.
Yeah, just go get in the booth and rap, bro.
He's got to have better PR around you to help you get through this rollout, because if you learn anything from this episode, rollout will make you feel good and it make you look good, or it will make you look very bad and nobody want to listen to you no more. All right, so a couple of things, Mike. So I'm actually creating a new podcast.
Yeah, man. First of all, let me stop real quick. Let me give a shout out to JR Bang, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like my hiatus. It's on a hiatus, you know what I'm saying? We haven't done Some Dude Pod in a while, but I want to send a shout out to JR Bang, because JR Bang is a guy who you know, one of the most creative people I know. And you know what I'm saying, he always comes up with ideas. And one of the things that Bang is gonna do, and I think what he's not scared to do, is put his ideas into play and actually make them come to fruition. And you know what I'm saying? And he does a great job with the content and the creating and coming up with new ideas. And I've seen he has a couple new series that he's been doing with the another random playlist, and with what's the other one called, Bang?
So a couple of things. So one, I wanted to do another podcast
Yeah,
that's different than everything that I'm doing currently right now, but still be able to talk about some of the things that I'm passionate about.
yeah.
Um, so I had one name, but then I know one of my crutch words is with that being said.
With that being
I
said, yep, that's the one.
Yep,
Yep.
that's
With that
that's
being
one of
said,
my crutch words. So
for sure.
I decided to create a podcast called With That Being Said. With that being said, it's really going to be based around topics of content, entertainment, television, movies, music that I love. And it's going to have a stick to it, and it's going to be able to deliver context. Like one episode, the first episode will be with the wife. We're talking about TV shows sh- that that she really embraced as a shorty,
Okay.
and what and really gave her viewpoint of the world. Shouts out to Camp from the Port. Camp knows that he's my number one. We arguing about Nas person. So we're talking about Nas songs that he feel like people should appreciate more. Talk to Scott about um and that's why I'm mad we wasn't doing the pod at the time. Industry, nigga. Industry on HBO. All fam.
All
We
right.
could have damn near had industry episode conversations each damn week. It's only like 6 episodes too, but we talked about that and TV shows that had you in the chokehold.
Okay.
So it's going to be segmented episodes about a topic. We're building off of it, and the point is to give context.
Make sure
It's
I'm
not a
invited.
Yeah, no, you will be invited. It's like I said, these are episodes that will have a particular topic. So
For
like
sure.
even with Jonathan Hood, I'm gonna have Jonathan Hood talk about wrestling, to have a wrestling topic. So this is not gonna be an everyday podcast. This is gonna be seasonal based and stuff like that. So I wanna have like 8 to 9 episodes to come out during the spring and the summer months. So looking to debut this sometime in May and stuff. But yes, with that being said, is the latest podcast that will be coming out. So be on the lookout for that next month. Also, another random playlist. So if you follow me on Apple Music, because I didn't realize you can, you will see that I do random playlists.
Wait, you didn't know people could follow you on
I
Apple
did not
Music?
know that shit, Mike.
Like people can follow you and like when you post a new playlist, we'll see
I didn't know. So,
it.
but I noticed that people's like, yo, your playlist be random as hell, and you call it another random playlist. So I'm gonna be utilizing that too, and just picking random songs that literally will either be in my head at the time or songs that I think that people would enjoy. So how you be saying to me, like, man, how you be finding some of these artists and shit, you will
Yeah,
see some of those artists, or it might be a song that's just really in my head right now that I rock with, and I'm gonna start building playlists. So with that being said, the new podcast coming out in May. I'm really just doing post production on a couple of episodes right now, and um, another random playlist because all of this revolves around. Um, I have went ahead and made Some Dude into a business. So Some Dude LLC. Everything is going to revolve around that. Mike, we will be talking about that a bit more about what I need from you. Actually, we're gonna be talking about this at the I hit end on this motherfucker. But but I felt like that I've been doing this for so long that it is really, even though I've always taken this seriously. But it's to build upon some of this stuff too. So I eventually want to be able to use this as a way to be able to tell stories, documentaries and things of this nature, the things that I'm passionate about. And the wife has been a big part of wanting me to do this for a while. And others, people like you, and others who's just been like, yo, you put so much into this. But then I think it was really like at the beginning of the year where I was just like, man, I want to be able to tell more stories.
for sure.
I want to be able to do more content, but it's more story based, not arguing and stuff like that. And I got
Hmm.
a couple of ideas that I plan on flushing out and stuff. But everything will be underneath this banner. that I came up with 6 months and tried to figure out for about 6 months and tried to figure out what I want to do with this. And y'all saw me on Facebook just like some dude said, some dude said, some dude, and then I just hit Mike randomly like, yo, we're doing a podcast. Me and you doing the podcast is gonna be called Some Dude. That's why you've been doing that. Yes.
Crazy times,
So it
crazy.
it starts from that, me being in Maryland, you being in Maywood, and me starting to that, and now coming to this point where, like I said, I want to be able to create stories. I want to be able to tell stories, um, and 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 that's what this is going to be under. So be looking for that podcast and other stuff coming soon, under this umbrella as I try to build this thing up. Ain't like y'all gonna listen to it anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not like y'all gonna support in the first place.
But
You
we
know what I'm
gonna do it
saying?
anyway.
But we gonna do it anyway. See, that's what I see. But
We gonna do it anyway.
man, hey, nigga, that's what I'm talking about. That is the tagline of my life. Y'all ain't gonna pay attention to it Y'all ain't gonna pay attention to it, but we gonna do it
We gonna do it
anyway.
anyway.
That's what I'm talking about. So end us off, Mike.
Hey man, Some Dude Pod, man. Make sure y'all rate, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. The Barber's Chair Network is where you can find Some Dude Pod anywhere where you listen to your favorite podcasts. It's all right, Spotify, Apple, wherever. We on YouTube, all of that stuff. It's Twitch, all of that stuff. Some Dude back on April Fools is comedy. Yeah, we back, man. Hey, man. Hey, real quick, this is a hot take, fam. Just because, like, we mentioned Aerie Crown, like Hove being like an Aerie Crown, like doing an Aerie Crown type of thing and giving us a celebration. Everybody can't do Aerie Crown type things, okay? Just because everybody wants to celebrate a certain specific album or a specific time, like, you know what I'm saying? It got to be up to par for y'all to be out here talking about we celebrating the anniversary of this debut album. I'm not going to mention nobody specifically, but you know what I'm saying? If the body of work ain't really, really up to par like that, man, and don't consider, like, you know what I'm saying, top tier, don't be out here talking about we celebrating the anniversary. Yeah. But yeah, man, other than that, man, shout out to Bang. Shout out to I've been gone. People was like wondering why I've been gone. Like, man, my daughter, man, shout out to her, man. She was she made state. The young female that y'all are gonna hear at the end of this podcast. She balled. She made the varsity team her freshman year. She made it to the state finals as a freshman. And I'm just super, super proud of her. And we still got more strikes and all of that stuff to come, more tournaments and stuff going on. But that's the reason why I was in, you know what I'm saying, limbo. I was not available. You know what I'm saying? I was running around here being a bowling dad. But yeah, man, other than that, man, happy birthday to Lando again. Shout out to JR Bang, April Fools, happy April Fools Day. Don't be no fool though, you know what I'm saying? And I might be, that's JR Bang, and we out.
Yo, it's your girl Night Cal, and this is Some Podcast. We out. Peace.